How did WWE book their top heel Ryback on the Spee show?
Will Mark Henry break a world record?
And will Cody Rhodes ever catch a break? Find out next on the British Fist Smackdown review.
Ka-ching!
Ka-ching indeed. Leave your thoughts on this show down in the comments section below. And we open up this show with Jericho's highlight reel featuring Ryback. This was announced on Raw. I was actually looking forward to this segment. Do you think now Ryback is heel, they need to get rid of the feed me more at the beginning of his theme, as that's what you'd associate with the face Ryback rather than the heel Ryback, which is now Ryback's rules, which is now the thing you've got to get over, not feed me more?
I think the Ryback rules is for Extreme Rules. It'll probably die after Extreme Rules. Feed me more. I still think they can make a heel thing. Once he's gone through one big guy, bring him on the next. So I still think they can make the feed me more thing the heel thing.
So you had Jericho talking about Ryback being the cowardly champion and taking the easy way out and how he will lose respect over the WWE Universe.
I don't care what you think, Mr. Parkin.
I know you don't care. I already knew that, NJ. And then out comes Teddy Long to announce Jericho versus Ryback in our main event. Yes, yes, yes. My question is, where the hell is Booker T? He's an either SmackDown GM.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then you have Ryback cheap shotting Jericho. Main event set up for this evening, which I was looking forward to, Ryback versus Jericho.
This goes to the other big name, especially for Ryback. Another big name for him to face. The opener, yes, it was just to make Ryback look like a heel and sets up the main event.
Kofi Kingston versus Cody Rhodes. My boy Cody Rhodes doing the job to the US champion. Ka-ching.
The commentators were bringing up by how he used to be an IC champion and stuff, how he made it credible, and now he's just jobbing week.
Oh, how the mighty have fallen. But at least Kofi Kingston wasn't job fodder for a main event this week like most mid-card champions have been lately. That's all I can say about this. Jack Swagger with Zeb Coulter versus Biggie Langston with AJ Lee and Dolph Ziggler with Del Rio on commentary. A segment as NJ brings out his brand new World Heavyweight Championship. All you need to do is get your name on it now, NJ. This wasn't like a main event or an hour main event. It was just in the middle of the show, which is a shame for the World Heavyweight Championship and kind of, to me, shows you how WWE think of Dolph Ziggler's title reign and Dolph Ziggler in general, really. It wasn't even like the hour main event or anything. It was just in the show.
It's a bit of a shame that Ziggler, SmackDown's meant to be top guy, the World Heavyweight Champion, is not in the main event. Yes, he's getting matches, he's getting involved, but not in the right place to be seen as a main eventer.
Exactly. He was on the sidelines here. And Jack Swagger versus Biggie Langston never really happened because you had Ziggler taking out Swagger and Coulter, only for Del Rio to take out Ziggler and Swagger with the ladder, and then Del Rio stands on top of the ladder with the belt. You know, they're at least they're involving the ladder and, you know, booking that logically. I'm looking forward to the match. I just don't think the build has really been that interesting, and I think that's exemplified by the way they booked Dolph Ziggler as a nothing mid-card champion.
Well, with Del Rio on commentary, he definitely brings up the fact how much of a ladder match means to all three of them.
You can put the ladder in the ring.
True. How he's the first, he's had the most ladder matches. So I'm glad that SmackDown are emphasising the match instead of the champion.
And apparently Dolph Ziggler suffered a concussion as well, which is quite a sad thought. I wonder how long he'll be out for and what they're going to do with the World Heavyweight Championship match now. Daniel Bryan with Kane versus Dean Ambrose, who was with Seth Rollins and Roman Reigns. No doubt that internet marks were going to be jizzing over this match. You've got Daniel Bryan, ROH legend, in one corner, and Dean Ambrose, an internet darling, in the other corner. It was a pretty good match, though, I've got to say.
Well, this brings up the whole feeling of how fans feel about Punk and Bryan. Now they've moved on to another internet favourite, Dean Ambrose. The way they perform this, yes, they continue in the dominant Shield versus the dominant tag team champions to probably set up this match at Extreme Rules. So all this is been gradually, we just need the match announced.
Yeah, I'd give this match 4 3/4 stars. I didn't give it the last quarter because it didn't end clean. It was Vince Russo books and everything. Yeah, whatever, IWC. You had the Team Hell No and the Shield going at it, and Kofi Kingston runs down to get a piece of Dean Ambrose to make the leveler after the Shield interfere in the match. That's a continuation from Raw, and I do wonder if maybe one of the members of the Shield is going to have some involvement with Kingston. We need some direction for that US title as well. And as well, this tag match needs to be announced already.
Because the way it looks like somewhere down the line, in the Go Home Show week, or even Extreme Rules, if they want to prolong that tag team match that we're meant to be getting with Kofi and Team Hell No versus the Shields going to happen. I want to see Kofi versus Langston to give Langston a feud. If he gets wrapped up facing a Shield member on his own, I still can't complain because it's giving the Shield another step forward.
Yeah, I mean, you've had the Shield main eventing a lot of SmackDown and being very featured. You featured very prominently on Raw and SmackDown. You'd think they'd have announced this freaking match by now between Team Elno and the Shield for the tag titles or whatever they're going to do. You'd have thought they've announced it. Yeah, Mark Henry tried to break a world record because that's what he does. And
this was awesome. My favourite part of SmackDown. First, he pulls one trailer on his own, the strength, like the world's strongest man style. And later, he pulls two, but after great, strong attempt and encouragement from the part-time jobbers.
Indeed, the prime-time jobbers was giving him some good encouragement. I thought I even saw Damian Sandow in there as well, putting his wisdom across the segment. And the trucks apparently weighed over 1,000 pounds, and he had to take it 20 feet. And well done, Mark Henry. If it was legit, well done for Mark Henry.
At least Sheamus didn't come and bro kick him again.
I guess my only issue with this segment was that there was no Sheamus. I mean, it really didn't it exemplified Mark Henry, but nothing to do with the feud. I just wish that they would do a little bit more to try and actually get Mark Henry over Sheamus a little bit, as he is a big, dominant heel, but there you go.
I'm just glad that Sheamus didn't come out and bro kick him, so I'm glad they were emphasising on Mark Henry. I still think they're concentrating on the strength more than the strap match, but that is what Mark Henry does.
Oh, when the IWC saw Big Show versus Sweet Tea, they weren't going to like this one. But Big Show knocks him out pretty quickly and knocks out, and it goes to knock out Brodus Clay as well, which would have made the internet happy, only for Orton to come out and RKO Big Show, because that's what he does!
The whole thing is, Big Show had full amount of strength. Orton just comes in the ring and managed to get Big Show down by doing one swipe. I was like, Big Show, you should just push him off, knocked out, punched him. The heel's looking strong, not giving Orton what he does every single time he's in the ring with someone.
Like I said, the IWC wouldn't like this segment, but apparently they've announced Randy Orton versus Big Show in an Extreme Rules match, and if anything more, I could say at least it's a match that we haven't really seen before, which you very rarely get in WWE nowadays.
This match, again, these two guys are already over, so I think it's more of just having a match to happen at Extreme Rules.
To get them both on the card. Speaking of matches we've never seen before, our main event, Chris Jericho versus Ryback. I really thought WWE would do this at a pay-per-view at some point, but maybe Jericho isn't going to be there for much longer. But I was really looking forward to this match. And it was pretty decent. It was your typical TV match main event.
There is one thing missing from this.
Go on.
One thing, and that is no then. Go!
Bit of a shame he wasn't included here, but I think the focus needed to be on Ryback, and that was where this focus was. So I felt that was where the focus needed to be. I was quite surprised Ryback actually kicked out of the Lion's Salt, Jericho's finisher, at 1. But then you have Ryback getting DQ'd after using the ring post to low blow Chris Jericho, and I guess that's the heel way of winning the match. I felt he could have gone over clean and that would have done him a load of good, but he clotheslines him over the table to end the show to look pretty dominant at least.
Again, this was a match that, should happen because Chris Jericho being who he is. My only downfall, I'm not taking away from the match, so commenters don't complain about this, but Jericho has not really had the wins for me to give much care who he faces. If he had more wins before he faced these names like Fandango, Ryback, I would have cared more. But it still gives Ryback a heel-ish win.
Yeah, I guess Chris Jericho is one of those guys you can make lose 9 times out of 10, but you'll still have his heat, whether it be face heat or heel heat. I guess that's what WWE is thinking is there. This SmackDown show, I'm enjoying SmackDown more than Raw, and maybe slightly more than TNA Impact Wrestling right now. I've watched most of the show. We've got some pretty good and new matches on here, which is pretty good. Some storylines are being advanced. So SmackDown is once again becoming a somewhat solid yet mildly entertaining show, in my opinion.
I'm going to agree, but people, I'm just going to say this. Please give us the good, bad, and ugly, which is the Carly scene, obviously, in the comment section below. And from Mr. Parkin! Parkin!
I'm kind of over that gimmick now, NJ.
I've brought it back. And me, NJ, thank you very much for watching, and goodbye.